Bought that one and it's renting and driving. Give y'all a quick walk around. So I got some power hooked up to it. Gotta get down here because there's no seats. There's 121,000 miles on it. It's not too bad. I've been getting 200,000 mile cars, so it's actually pretty decent. And this key that came with it is the actual key. When stationary, passenger airbag on. What else? When stationary, apply foot brake when selecting gear area. We know that. How we didn't know that? No seats. Damn, windows don't work either. Oh, the back one does. Oh, and the front one does. So, it didn't start. So we gotta figure something out. Decided to check the battery. I let it charge with some jumper cables onto the other car for 10 minutes, had it at 13, and I just stuck the pins inside of the battery alternator tester clamps, and then I just been watching it go down. And it was at low, it wasn't that good, it was that low, and then once it hit 11, like 11.93 or 9.2 or something, it switched to bad. So pretty sure this battery's bad. So the first thing I'm gonna do is probably try to get a used battery, and hopefully that's one of the problems. My bad if it's loud as hell right now. Then they'll be able to really tell me if it's holding the charge or not. So I just decided to come back, put it back in and reconnect it, because it is dropping, but it's not dropping stupid low. But it does say bad, and this one does say it's only at 6.9. So battery is about bad. I thought it would at least need like 12 or something to start, so I might hold it on there with a jump one more time to pull it off, and then try to start it while the battery's good. Here with the big V8 B7 out. So today I came back out, work on the B7. I'm just gonna try to remove all this stuff, get the radiator support bar out of there. I think it's just like some 13mm bolts. Then once we get that out of there, then I think there's a couple bolts under, some torque bits, and then get into the service carrier lock position where everything just comes forward, and then we have access to the motor. Once I get access to the motor, I'll come around and start unclamping different hoses. And then I think if I do pull this, I'm gonna pull it with the transmission just to make it easier, because I don't even know how it would even fit. You can't even fit your hand back there to get to the transmission bolts. So I would have to probably just yank it out with the transmission, remove the transmission, address the timing, put the transmission back on, put it back in. If I find someone to do it for the better price, I might, because I got too many projects right now. But yeah, I just wanted to give y'all a little update real quick, and I'll probably be back with y'all here in a little bit. So we got the coolant draining out. I drained the oil out of our transmission fluid, whatever it is. And as y'all see, we got access to the front end. Gonna go ahead and let that drain while I go eat some breakfast real quick. And we might pull off this side too, just so we could get it all the way. And then we might just start looking at what hoses to undo and where the motor mounts are, so that I could probably just see what's the easiest way to snatch it out. But yeah, I just wanted to give y'all an update. It's pretty quick, actually. Only took a couple minutes. Didn't drain any of the fluids before I started. So I got the front end off. I just pulled it to the side. Took off the air box, started taking off the bolts for the fuel injectors, all that. I stuffed the bolts in there for now. else was I finna say? And I'm just looking at the wiring right here that comes from the fuel injectors down, and I just cleaned off this. It was literally sludge like the rest of this wall, and I just cleaned it off real quick. Gonna disconnect that, and that should do. This is also connected to it, and this as well. See, they got some stuff on here. I don't know what that's about, but disconnect those two too. Yeah, and then that should be good to lift it. I'm just gonna try to put it to the side, hopefully like over here or something. Continue doing the hoses. Hoses I meant to say, like these ones, just the ones that are going out from the engine to different components. And then next you know, probably see what I gotta do under, and if I have to do anything back there. But I just wanted to give y'all another update on where we're at with it. The V8. So I already got fuel injectors loose, the whole front end assembled. Move it back out the way. I tucked it away because it was nighttime, but I'm gonna go ahead and set everything back out the way again and continue to progress. This time I'm gonna start trying to get the subframe unbolted. I seen a video where he didn't have to do subframe or any of the suspension, but I feel like it might make it easier, even though it's still longer, if you get me. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Then we're gonna hope that hopefully I could just get it done easily. Hopefully doesn't take too long, but yeah, I'll update y'all again here in a second. I don't know if I told y'all, but yesterday I went to take out the spark plug on cylinder 1. That John is the spark plug came off. So then I ripped out that, and when I ripped out the metal piece to it, the rubber piece was still in there. So rubber piece is still in there with the spark plug. So when I removed the cylinder head, I need to get that out and see what's up with that too. I was wondering maybe that could be the problem because it is the first cylinder. That's why I was deciding if I want to even continue removing the engine before I fix that, because that was cylinder 1. But then again, wouldn't it just be like a misfire or something? Because I'm pretty sure I'm the one that broke it. But I ain't even worried. I'm going to just keep going because might as well just try to get everything done that I can while I can. Got the clips off for the fuel injector rail. Gonna set that to the side. So I basically just hit the bolts at the bottom to get the subframe off. I really should have hit them last, but when I hit them, I got the engine to come forward because it dropped lower. And this little valve cover bolt that I couldn't hit is accessible. That's how I kind of knew it dropped, and I stood up and looked, and I'm like, oh yeah, you can never get your hand back here without any of that. So I ain't even gonna try to disconnect the transmission or gearbox, whatever you want to call it, from the engine. Just gonna pull everything forward, and I still gotta go under there and disconnect the drive shaft, mark it, and disconnect the exhaust. And I'm pretty sure after that the engine will be ready to come out. It's just the only thing I would have to do is run back and like disconnect the heater core hose, and like I'm not sure if that one is it, but I know it's one of these hoses down here. But the heater core hose, a couple other hoses, and then over here make sure that there's no hoses going back to the engine, so when I pull it nothing gets ripped or anything like that. But low-key only had to take out 6 bolts and it dropped like this, so I guess there's another probably, like my guess, 6 in the drive shaft and then 2 and 2 on the exhaust, hopefully. But I'm finna just try to reposition the jack, get under there and try to solve all that. I might be able to set you guys up under there because I got my tripod with me. So I'll be right back. So I came back out here, decided to keep working. And yesterday when I got the engine to pull forward, I realized I had access to that last valve cover bolt. So I went ahead and took it off, and it doesn't look too bad down here, I'm not gonna lie. Looks like they might have missed a couple oil changes, but if you look at the walls, they're actually pretty decent. The flash isn't on there now, so it's probably hard to tell, or it looks super dirty, but let me see. I don't know if that did a difference or not, but look at the walls. They're the same color, and then only this color is like on these parts. Where's but either way, I just want to take that off and look at it real quick. I was thinking about it, and this cylinder is fucked up because that spark plug thing's in there. I was wondering if that could be a problem. So before I continue taking everything out, I think I might stop, get some pliers or something to remove that. I was thinking about removing the whole cylinder head and then just and then of course I'll be able to get it out from there, but I don't really think I'll have to do that. It is like stuck in there, like fully stuck in there. I don't know how. I should try to take out one of these spark plugs to see if they come out, because this one is literally stuck in there with the boot. So I was thinking about it like that is cylinder one. Maybe this could be the problem on why the engine's not starting. So that means the boot, this is the boot that came out of cylinder one. There's a little rubber part inside of it and it's missing. So I guess that's what that is right there. And that's why I'm like, what the fuck? So I know that spark plug is broken because when I was trying to pull out with pliers, I heard glass breaking. So I know it ain't gonna start with that spark plug in there anyway. And now I low-key do feel like I need to get it out as soon as possible, because the way this is designed, it's like, well, I don't know. I hope there's nothing in the fucking pistons and the cylinder heads. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to get some tools to get that out. And then, let me see. Cause this chain looks good. I ain't even gonna lie. That chain looks good. So hopefully it's just a mistake on me having to pull the whole engine and I could just get it back in place or something. But I might go ahead and check the other side because I can see the chain too from the other side. I will have access to one more. And then the last chain, or the last couple chains, are the ones that are all up along where the transmission goes. So I might just figure something out. I'll be right back. So I was impatient and stuck these little ones in there as far as I can get it, and I got that metal piece out. So we're gonna take a look over here. So I'm guessing that's that piece. And then, my bad for the movement, y'all, but I don't even know if this is far enough to get that one now. It don't look like it, so I might need to go get that tool. Or try to use this pry bar, see if it works. So I got all this shit taken off. I can't get the rubber out. So I'm about to set you guys up, and I'm gonna turn the key, and we're gonna make sure the belt's still spinning. Because I'm thinking since that's cylinder one, this could possibly be our problem. Because the timing chain still looks good. So y'all see, and I guess it was spinning. And it was actually spinning pretty good. So that gives me a good sign. And I have everything disconnected right now. Everything's kind of up here, out the way, because it started raining. So I had to kind of get everything together and close the hood. But I'm gonna pop this back on here in a second before I go so nobody messes with it. But timing actually looks cool over here. I'm not gonna lie, the guides are in place. Everything looks decent over there. So I'm just hoping maybe we get lucky with this engine and it was just like, but then again, if something like that happened, it would be like, why? Why did the spark plug decide to get locked in there and break off when you're trying to get it out? Is the piston up against the spark plug right now, compressed, crushing it? Like, what's going on, you know? So that's why I'm like, at the end of the day, I do feel like pulling it out would still be better, just so I can pull off the cylinder head, look at it. But then again, it's like, why? But I'm already at this point where I'm a couple bolts away from just pulling it out, and then I could still do everything. But the only thing is, because I'm worried about trying to start it with it out of the car. I never started a motor out of the car yet. Maybe this would be the first. Maybe this would be the first video. But I haven't done it before, so. And with these damn Audis and shit, I'm gonna have to find a damn starter so I could jump start it, whatever, however you want to say it. I'm not sure if I drained the oil yet. No, I haven't. That's good. because that's what I'm saying. I've been scared to fix that, and it started with no oil and cramped the whole engine. Because as y'all see, this engine still turns and it's still good. Well, I don't know if it's still good, but it still turns. So I'm just hoping for the best, prepare for the worst, but we still hoping for the best. Gotta beat that shit out of there, but it broke. This tire was on there so tight, I had to use the damn heat in between those two cracks, this part and this part, and then yank this bitch off. Like, damn, these wheels have never been taken off. Look at that fucking rust. Fuck. So last night I was out here. I had a problem though. I couldn't get the lower control joints removed, so I just decided to take them off from there, because that tool somewhere over there, but the ball joint remover tool wasn't working, or lower control remover tool. I should have got a ball joint one, but people's ball joint ones are breaking anyway, and I ain't trying to spend money just to break it. So I got this bolt started. I might be able to get it out, but I was trying to jack it up, trying to get this subframe mount or motor mount, whatever, out the way. But like I said, I just decided to take it out from the subframe on both sides. I already have, we can't even see it, but I already have that bolt removed. As you see, I just gotta wiggle it out. And on this side, the bolt is like probably a couple inches from coming out. Now I gotta wiggle it out, and then I'm pretty sure that will allow the subframe to drop fully on this side. I have a piece of wood set up on a little thing. I know it might break, but I'm really just trying to not let the engine touch the floor. I don't want to have to buy any new pans or anything like that. So I'm just gonna work on taking out that bolt really quick. After that bolt's out, I already undid all that. Y'all seen that? I need to look up here, make sure. Oh yeah, get that hose up there for the heater, and just a whole bunch of wires and stuff. So pretty much we're almost there. McDee's from the other day looked like an animal was getting to it, but let me see. Oh yeah, I need to just pull out that negative battery cable. It just comes right through here, through this hole. So I need to get that pulled out, and then I need to get this disconnected, that bolt too, to get this pulled off, because that hose. So I got that back heater core hose out finally. Well, I don't really know if it's a heater core. Oh, there go the flames. But I stuffed this bucket down there because I've seen it leaking. There we go. Oh, that wasn't even that much. But yeah, so I got that out. Free. Well, not right now, but later on today. Right now, I'm just gonna try to, let me show y'all what I seen. So when you lift up the valve covers, you can see the cam, right? And that's not in time, and this one's not in time either. And then same on this side, it's just a little bit off, and that one's a lot off. So I am almost for sure that this needs timing job, but I'm gonna go ahead right now and remove the intake manifold so that I can get down, so that we can look down the intake manifold holes and see if there's any bent rods or anything like that, because I'm pretty sure this is an interference engine, but I'm not 100% sure. Never really dealt with Audi. I got the computer and everything laying right there. I set it down nicely, so don't think it's gonna get messed up or nothing. And I'm gonna just update y'all again here in a couple minutes, man. So I just spent a couple minutes taking off the intake manifold. Set it over here, top of my chair for right now. I don't got my work table out. And so I lost a lot of content. I'm low-key salty about it, but as y'all see, I got the engine out. I put a board under the engine with a little
rolling stand thing. Probably broke the rolling stand, but nothing's on the floor. But I just been out here disconnecting all the wires, getting them all pulled that way away from the engine so that I can get ready to remove the transmission. I already undid the bolts. I didn't fully take them out. I just started undoing them. And then I just went around and undid the exhaust. These are just this side bolts. I did this one, and then the one that goes here, and then the one that goes down there. And this one is a little bit, it's because there's a lot more weight on this one. There's a lot more weight on this one, so it ain't trying to come out as easy, but these one here, so I can bag them. But this one right here, same deal. Get out that bolt and those two. As you see, it's just about ready to come out. These ones have 3. I don't know if y'all can see it back here, but once I get that one out, it'll come right off, and then that's probably the reason the other one's not coming off either. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pop that last bolt off. Let's go ahead and see if we can see it in the right spot. Yeah, it is right there. All right, so we just gotta pop that one off. The one from this side. Exhaust will come off. I was looking at which hoses need to come off, but I really don't feel like that many need to come off. But I might take off this hose just because the one that just goes, it's just a couple Torx bit and then a couple Torx bits over here. But if I take that off, it's connected to more hoses, so I don't know which way will be the best way to lean it. So I might just leave it how it is. I really don't see a problem with getting the transmission off the way it is. Remove the starter. I haven't yet, but I'm gonna. And then after that, yeah, we should be in the clear to start pulling off the transmission. I'll update y'all here in a couple minutes. So I went ahead and popped those 2 bolts out, like I told you. Boom. Boom. So now I just got that. I like this one right here. I wanted to show y'all that too. I like this one right here because it's dead as a button. And then you just take off what you need. And you just re-button it back. But it's kind of hard to do one-handed. But so I got this exhaust out. I'm going to pull it out. Go take it to my table or something. Get it out the way. Yeah, she's free. And then, keep everything. Now that the exhaust is out, I do see another bolt. Boom. Another, oh yeah, I already hit this one. So this bolt right here. And then hope that there ain't no more over here. Or I already seen that bolt actually. But I just don't know if that bolt goes through to the starter or what's going on. But I need to remove them on both sides. And then just keep separating the wires from each other so that I can see stuff clearly. And just keep going.